Hello, you guys. This is Pam with Pam for Christ. This right here is basically part two to the me getting kicked out of church. But just to finish off the story, of course, you guys have heard of in the Bible it says, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." Well, a lot of people thinking that the anointed is just the bishops and the pastors and the preachers and the elders. No, you have a lot of people that anointed that works at your job. That's sitting in traffic with you. You know what I'm saying? That's at the grocery store, that's working the cashier. You have people from different backgrounds, different ages, different races that are anointed and that God has anointed. You don't have to be behind a pulpit in order for you to be anointed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like my ministry is the people that's out here. I don't have to be behind a pulpit in order for me to spread the word or give a testimony or to preach. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, know about being anointed in the scripture and all that or whatever. I found out about that, like, after I had got saved, of course, because I kept hearing the scripture and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that don't apply to me because I'm thinking that, hey, you're just talking about the preachers and the pastors, because they never, explained it and said that it's not just for us, it's for everybody. And, I didn't get that until after the fact that the church that I'm in now, because I've been at this church for 7 years, but I didn't get that until well, actually it's been 8 years. I've been there 8 years. So when I joined the church that I am now, Newborough, Birmingham, I didn't start learning everything until basically there. It's a lot that I did learn, a lot that I did go through, a lot that I did learn, but I didn't learn the bulk of everything until after I got there. And so, Bishop Davis, he was able to actually, you know, explain a lot of things that I've had questions about, and I'm like, oh wow, wow. So it's never a dull moment at our church. When I go on Sundays, I always learn something new. I always get a revelation of something. My eyes has always been open, and I'm like, wow. So when I got that revelation 8 years ago when I first joined, I was like, okay, so I started, praying more and stuff like that, and started consulting more with the Holy Spirit, and it's like God's really showing me so much. But when he explained that to me, and then that was actually prophesied to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I am anointed, okay. And I saw where one prophet, he had told me that I had a hedge of protection around me that had been around me since I was born, since I was a baby. And at the time he was praying for me, he saw the hedge. And I'm like, oh wow, and then just even going back to a lot of the testimonies that I have put on this particular channel, I can see where the hedge of protection have been around me. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that, true. And so I, like I said, just really thinking back and getting the concept of don't touch, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. I've recollected over the years where people have done things to me, people have said things to me, people have been dirty to me, and I've noticed that they got jacked up behind that. And I didn't have to jack them up. I didn't have to say anything. I mean, I would pray for them, but I believe that like a lot of times when you you go against one of God's children, it's for you to pray for them. It really is, because if you don't pray for them, then their punishment may be just a little bit worse than what could have really, really happened. And a lot of people really don't believe that, but you're sort of, helping to restrain punishment. I guess you could say it's just like if your kid does something, okay, and we know mama give the worst whoopings. Mama gonna tear you up. Daddy don't want to whoop his little girl, okay. But if daddy talks to mommy and like, no, baby, no, just give her 3, licks this time for a spanking. You don't have to give her the whole 20 lashes. And she does the 3 instead of the 20. That's because she had got a word from daddy. She learned her lesson. Just give her 3. Whoop, 3, little licks with the belt, or 3 hand spankings, something like that. Don't give her 20 licks with the belt. Don't give her 20 hand spankings. You're going to just a bit overboard. So you have to sort of think of it sort of like in that scenario where, you pray for that person that has done you wrong, and the punishment that they could have gotten from God is way less because you prayed that God spared that person, or, you prayed, for that particular person, because a lot of times when folks do you wrong, it's not them, it's the spirit that's operating in them, it's some type of spirit that they let, take over at that particular time, but you have people that say, oh, well, such and such been mean all her life. Oh, okay, well, that's that same spirit that's been operating in her life, making her mean the whole entire time. They're being operated by a particular spirit. But anyway, just to get back on Q, um, when that was explained to me, like I said, and I started remembering all the things, that, people that I prayed for that have done me wrong. And I'm like, wow, you looking up, ooh, dog, you got jacked up. I'm like, serious? Is that what happened to you? Ooh. And so I am compelled to just, continue to pray for him. But I'm like, my God, guys, spank that behind. Because you had been coming up against me. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I get the big head because I already know God got my back. You know what I'm saying? God got me. I ain't gotta run around here and cuss you out and act a fool and do this and do that. I ain't gotta do all that. Because why? I'd be sitting in jail if that was the case. Because trust and believe, honey, there's plenty of times I really wanted to jack some folks up for saying stuff or doing stuff or coming up against me or stealing something. Or yeah, plenty of times I wanted to do that. But no, because when you stole something from me, you ended up losing out 100% more than what you stole. Yeah, still 20 and you lost 2,000. You get what I'm saying? So so regardless of what you think you doing or trying to do, it's gonna come back on you anyway. You get what I'm saying? But when you're an anointed child of God, oh, you really finna get God. You really finna get jacked up. And just like the guy that had, kicked me out the church, right? Dude that had, locked the door, kicked me out, whatever. Okay. So dude talked about me for like a whole entire week. Oh, he dogged me out, talked about me. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, and So when it got back around to me, I was like, really? But even though I wanted to cut up, say something crazy, and I didn't. I didn't. I went and consulted the elder, and the elder said, you know what? Just don't say anything. Be quiet. Hush your mouth. God held your tongue for a reason, and repent to God. About what you said. You know what I'm saying? Because still, you got to apologize to God for what you said to him or tried to say to him. As far as like the bishop that I had already cussed out, and then was getting ready to do it again, but the elder was like, number one, you better get right with God first. Ask God for forgiveness. And then he told me, ask for forgiveness from the bishop. And I was like, okay, honey, I tried to ask for forgiveness. I tried to call. He didn't want to take my call. And then I had relayed a message to him, and he said, "Oh, don't be relaying messages to me." And he went off. So he sent back another message going off on me about relaying the message, because you weren't taking my call. Because I'm like, I told the person to tell him, I apologize for everything I've done, everything I said. I really want to tell you in person. If you don't mind, give me a call. That's just not me. I shouldn't have said what I said. You still the bishop. Blah blah blah. He didn't want to take my calls. Like I said, he didn't want to hear the apology, and he went talking about me like a dog to the person that relayed the message, about the apology. And then I just so happened to run into his wife at the grocery store. This is the bishop that put me out. And I had apologized to the wife, and because the wife was there that day, but the wife didn't say anything because the wife had already knew what was happening, what was going down, and she didn't want to sort of, I guess you could say, take the flack for it, so she just didn't open her mouth about the whole little situation. But I had talked to her, she was real nice and friendly, gave me a hug and all that or whatever. I had apologized to her, and I told her, tell your husband I'm real sorry, for me, coming out of character, saying what I said. I should have never said it, regardless of who's right or who's wrong, and I just want him to forgive me for that. I said all this to the wife. The wife goes back to tell him. He told the wife to tell me, I don't want your forgiveness. I don't have to forgive you. I mean, just you show me you gonna preach her. You said you ain't gonna forget. I asked you for the forgiveness. I'm talking about, I'm wholeheartedly. This is just not me just saying it just to be saying it. I want forgiveness because I want God to, well, I got the forgiveness from God already, but I'm just trying to get it right with, my brother and sister, how they tell you, but just trying to get it right with you. But baby, he talked about my apology. Oh, I don't want to talk to her. She this and she that. I'm like, okay, so baby, you still ain't learned, honey. You doggone in your late 50s, you still ain't learned while you sitting here talking crazy. I'm like, okay. So, just like I said, the church ended up closing down, and he ended up losing the church. He ended up having to move back home, and then when he moved back home, when I found out about all that or whatever, and I said, well, I'm still praying for him. Everything, go good in his business, blah blah blah. Me trying to, just pray blessings on him and stuff like that. Oh, she ain't gotta pray for me. She ain't gotta pray for me. I still hadn't forgave her. Oh, you hadn't? Oh, okay. Well, right after that, you still talking crazy. Right after that, baby, he ended up having a heart attack. Oh, are you serious? Baby, you could have just said, oh, okay, I accept your apology, and you could have just left it alone. Regardless of whether or not you accepted it for real, you could have just said, oh, I accepted it, and you could have just left it alone. But you were still talking and running your mouth about me, and which you should have just shut up. You get what I'm saying? But he didn't want to do that, and you kept talking, and then right after you said what you said, baby, you ended up having a heart attack, and I was like, well, dang. Okay. So, and then I think he lost his he lost his business right after that too. But I still pray for him because I'm like, still you got a demon operating in you, boss. You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to still just get it right because even though you the type of person, well, I know you know better because you call yourself preaching the word of God. So yeah, you definitely need to get it right. You get what I'm saying? I hate for you to have to go to hell over something, as small as you didn't want to forgive me or you didn't want to accept an apology. Because yeah, you can go your whole entire life with saying this and doing that, and then you can die with unforgiveness and still go to hell. I'm like, no, because every morning when I wake up and I pray, Lord, forgive me. These sins committed against you and committed against everybody else, and even for the people that I hadn't got a chance to apologize to, Lord, forgive me for that. You get what I'm saying? And if you need to bring the people, back around to me or whatever, so I can, if I hadn't seen them for years, so I can, ask for forgiveness. Hey, guess what? Do that. But I'm not gonna go to hell over something as simple as, not forgiving a person because of, their actions or, because of a spirit that was operating in them, and now that I understand and I recognize, it's not you, that you're being, used like a puppet. You get what I'm saying? From demonic spirits, then I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time talking and cussing you out. No, baby, that was back then when I didn't know no better. But yeah, now, oh, I forgive you. I forgive you real quick. Because like I said, I know it's not you, but yeah, he ended up like I said, having a heart attack, lost his business, lost the church. Oh baby, you lost a lot. I mean, his health had really failed. And I think I couldn't tell you whether or not he had got better, and I couldn't tell you whether or not he dead or alive. Like I said, that was a long time ago. So I couldn't tell you where he at now. Because as far as like him recovering, I don't know. They were trying to keep up with him recovering and stuff like that, and I never got any good news saying that he had really recovered. But I didn't want to hear anything else on that situation anyway, after I got through praying for him and stuff like that. But, still, even after, that situation, it's another pastor that did the same thing, and he in the same situation. They did me the same way. And then I have, like memories of other people, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, wow, yeah, you sure did steal $200 from me. And then, you looking at the fact that, your car got stole, your check got stole, that you worked for, and your house got broken into, and I'm like, a day after you got through stealing from me. You get what I'm saying? So you looking at, yeah, punishment coming back around and real fast. So, that's how I sort of see it as when you're anointed and you have that hedge of protection around you. You get what I'm saying? You think about it. Someone has said or done something wrong. You didn't hold no grudge and you forgave them, and you see they ended up getting jacked up. Something crazy or something bad ended up happening. So, that's just what I look at, and I'm like, yeah, the anointed is not just for bishops and pastors and evangelists and preachers. No, the anointed is you too. Like I said, a regular everyday Joe. Like I said, a person that sitting in traffic with you. Like I said, a person that you working on your job with, a person that works at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Because their ministry is different from your ministry. So they're anointed for the ministry that God gave them. I'm anointed for the ministry that God gave me. This is a daily thing. We're growing each and every day. So, like I said, it's not just for them, it's for everybody. And I'm quite sure, you are anointed man or woman of God as well. And, like I said, you learn how to not talk about people, keep your mouth off folks, and if you do have a problem, go to them, talk to them, square all that away. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need nothing crazy happening to you, or you getting jacked up because you decide to want to go around talking about this person, or, not forgiving them and stuff like that. Now, one thing I can say that I really do like is Jesse Duplantis. I love Jesse Duplantis, but he said it's not gossip when you've already told that person. Come on. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Because when you think about it, it is gossip. It's gossip when the person don't know you said it, or the person don't know what you're talking about, or, you spreading rumors. It ain't a rumor if I done told you. And not giving nobody, the the liberty to go around here and talk about folks and gossip. No, that's not it. But if I've had a conversation with you and, I said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, and I'm in conversation with somebody else, and I mentioned something. I'm not talking about you, but I mentioned something that concerned A, B, C, D, E, F, but not G. I'm not talking about you because I mentioned it. I'm not saying bad things. I'm not slandering your name. It's nothing like that. But I'm like, oh, well, yeah, because I told Susie a week ago, when she called herself trying to do that too. And I let her know, that's a bad idea, baby, not to do that. So, we all have to learn. But somebody go back and tell Susan was, what Susan Pam said, that she told you not to do it, and everybody got to learn. Susan can't be running around here. So she was talking about me. No, baby, Susan, I just told you the same thing. Excuse me, just because me and Susan know the same person, but yet that person went back and said, well, Pam said she had told you the same thing. Oh, she was gossiping about. No, that ain't gossip, baby. I said that to you already. Now, if I was running back telling somebody something that I hadn't already discussed with you, yeah, that's gossip. So it is a huge difference, and I think that's a subject on its own right there. Having to explain the difference between gossip and just sharing information. But yeah, but that's all I wanted to just basically explain to you that part too. But like I said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Like I said, I already know that I'm protected by God. And every time somebody say something, do something, or try to come up against me, something crazy always end up happening, honey. It's been people that stay in the same apartment complex that I do, and 5 of them got put out. Well, the reason why is because I know all 5 of them talked about me, said crazy stuff or whatever. But the thing about it is, me trying to be the mother figure to these little bitty youngsters, you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach you and tell you, what you need to do and don't need to do in order to help you to be able to, survive. You get what I'm saying? But you want to take the advice, but yet at the same time, you run around talking crazy. Oh, Miss Pam this, Miss Pam that, blah, blah, blah. This is a conversation we could have had while we were discussing things, while we were standing outside discussing things or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But you want to run around, you want to talk about me, you want to hate me for no reason. And people that are very outspoken, you have a lot of people that don't like them just because you're outspoken. And hey, you can't hate me because I'm outspoken, but and at the same time, even with me being outspoken, I'm trying to help you out. But they call themselves talking about me, coming up against me and all this other stuff or whatever. And my thing is, they end up getting evicted, they end up getting put out. So I'm trying to help you in a particular situation. You don't want to listen to Mama Pam, but you want to go out and you want to talk about me like a dog because I gave you good sound advice. And the people in the streets telling you, well, you need to listen to Miss Pam because that's good advice. You don't want to do it. You want to talk about me. You want to do your own thing, in which that's fine because you're grown. Do your own thing. But at the same time, since you want to run around here and talk about me, you was out of here, baby. Gone. Evicted. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. Boo-boo kitty. So, my thing is, like I said, you can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. You can talk how you want to talk. But everybody that I know that has said crazy stuff, done crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, and has taken away crazy stuff or tried to steal or take something, they end up getting jacked up. Like I said, they stuff end up missing, their stuff end up stolen. You end up locked up. You end up sick. You end up evicted. You end up losing your car. You end up losing your job. You end up losing your promotion. You end up losing your family. And I'm sitting here looking like, well, dang, I'm going to have to pray a little harder. Lord, I ain't know all that was going to happen. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, learn how to sort of keep your mouth off of the anointed. So that means you can't just sit here and talk about everybody. You can't just do that because you don't know who anointed and who ain't anointed. But I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe, and then tell me what you think about this whole story, this whole entire situation. But I love you guys for watching. Share it, and peace.